DC-3, the second plane I ever flew in my life, over the mountains in the Andes. It wasn't American Airlines, it was some other airline, but pretty cool. A tail dragger. Bienvenidos a bordo. All right, the one I flew didn't have seats like that. It was more like lawn chairs. This is cool. You like having a tail dragger? Now, the one I was on didn't have seats like this. They seemed like more like lawn chairs. And then we had mandatory oxygen tubes you had to breathe out of because it wasn't pressurized and we were flying over the Andes. Well, this is like World War II or something, isn't it? Pretty close, probably. That's cool. Look at this. Look at that. Let me turn the camera around. Not a whole lot of room. It's probably pretty noisy in this thing, too. That's awesome. That's a 2-2-1 configuration. So was this 1950 something?
Or earlier.
Look at the sign outside. Pretty cool. Get a thumbnail picture. Want to be in the thumbnail picture? In case of emergency, there are no exits on either side of the airplane. There are rosary beads located in the seat back pocket in front of you. Please utilize those during freefall. And as always, during freefall, there will be free champagne. And turns out there are emergency exits, but only for very thin, limber people. So the rest of you, so sorry. All right, here's the front of the DC-3. The prop. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. That's awesome. So what's nice about this museum, you don't have to share it with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
It doesn't have quite the inventory, but the because you went to the one right by Travis, right? The airspace thing.
Yeah. Well,
That's well done.
I finally went to that one.
Yeah, that's really well done.
Yeah. It took me a couple there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Because they even have like an X.
Yeah. And they redid the one in DC.
Yeah, so a lot of the inventory from there was at the one by Travis.
I need to go see the new DC.
Bonus footage. Here we are in the American Airlines Museum. And this is the pre-game movie show. And it's actually in, believe it or not, airplane seats. So here we are, first class seats. And what's the name of this room? It's the I have no idea room. It was a great trip through the museum, and I enjoyed seeing the DC-3 because that was the second plane I flew on. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it was already old when I flew on it. So it was great seeing the configuration as a commercial flight would have been on the DC-3. So great setup in the museum. So thanks for having this all for us. It was a great trip through the museum, and I enjoyed seeing the DC-3 because that was the second plane I flew on. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it was already old when I flew on it. So it was great seeing the configuration as a commercial flight would have been on the DC-3. So great setup in the museum. So thanks for having this all for us.
Still flies the 727.
Yeah, the 727 when it first came out, my father was quite proud of that because he liked the name Whisper Jet.
Even though it
was extremely loud. I was like, wow, that's a whisper. He said, oh, you should hear the previous one. So
the thing that's funny about it is it's basically the same body as an Indy, but the engines are like way too powerful for the size of the plane. So it gets going pretty quickly.
Oh, with minimal power.
Yeah.
Well, that was even the case with the 57 and the 67.
Yeah.
They weren't using near or anything capacity.
All right, let's go fly back through time. You're supposed to follow me, name these planes as we fly by them.
Now we say see ya later to the C.R. Smith Museum. Now move on to Dallas, just southwest of Dallas, and the Bishop Arts District for some lunch, sights, and walking around in the heat. Here we are in the Bishop Arts District. It's quite windy. Bishop Arts is sort of by downtown Dallas. Dallas is behind you in the camera there. Hopefully you can't quite see it. But it's a trendy art section with lots of beards. Lots of, what's that bean thing that you toss, beanbag toss? What's it called? Cornhole. There's lots of cornhole, hipster lights. Here we are again in the Bishop Arts District. And we have the obligatory wall art and the flags hanging across the alleyway, and across the street we got the obligatory hipster light bulbs. Bezos Poppy. Okay, there's a 15-minute Thai parking, so you can park here for 15 minutes. Como dice C. de Cruz. Like C. de Cruz used to say, azúcar. This is a Miami-based ice cream store, and they have a Abuela Maria, which is ice cream with those Maria cookies in it. So we're anxious to try it, but like the churros yesterday, this is closed. So sad. Well, we finally decided to eat at Oddfellows, and man, that bread pudding French toast was quite tempting. But we went with huevos rancheros that are right here, and also chicken and waffles, because it is that kind of neighborhood. And there's the menu entirely. Oh my God, a veggie burger. What's that doing on there? Well, we hope you enjoyed our trip through the C.R. Smith Museum and the Bishop Arts District. Join us next time. See ya!